Minnesota is just as much as an issue as Kashmir. We already have a lot of laws in the books. We have anti-lynching laws. We have all these civil rights laws. We have laws against murder and manslaughter, police brutality. We have these laws already, but why aren't they enforced? Because you have racist people in police departments, you have racist hearts. You have racist prosecutors who refuse to prosecute. You have racist civilians who sit on juries that won't convict cops. No amount of laws on their own can fix America, because really America has a spiritual problem. The spiritual problem then informs the cultural problem. America needs a spiritual revolution, right? And this is for spiritual leaders in America, men and women, to be on the pulpits, to call to civility, but to actually call out the spiritual diseases that plague America, that the very roots of America society, and then start to give the spiritual remedies of these things, such as arrogance, such as envy, such as greed, that are really at the roots of racism. And then from that, over time, we can have cultural shift over generations that will then lead to a more just society and implementation of laws. We have to recognize that about 1/3 of the American Muslim community is Black. They're either the descendants of the enslaved Africans or Black people who immigrated from West Africa or East Africa. Muslims standing Black community are standing with themselves, right? And we've had people who are Muslims who've been murdered by law enforcement. Make sincere dua for Black people to be liberated from this Fir'aun here in this mass oppression. The second thing is that to actually put money where their mouth is. You say you care about institutionalized racism. You say you care about Black people or Muslims who are Black. Well, instead of sending the majority of our sadaqah money overseas, why don't we start spending some of that sadaqah money in America and give it to Black-led organizations who are working on these issues, Muslim organizations and those who aren't Muslim organizations. And then also, when the call is made from people in the community who are responsible leaders that call for mobilization, be it calling prosecutors or actually going in the street to protest, that people need to show up. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, part of what he came for is to be a benefit and to be a benefit for all people. And his heart was inclined to the mustada'afin, towards the poor and towards the marginalized. If we see ourselves of being the vicegerents in the earth, then we have a responsibility towards being peacemakers and making things right no matter where we are at on earth. We have the saying, Kullu yawm ashura wa kullu ard Karbala. Karbala just isn't in Muslims in China being put in camps, or Kashmir, or what Modi is doing, or Yemen. Karbala is in Louisville, Kentucky. Karbala is in Minnesota. Karbala is in Detroit, Michigan. I mean, if you understand correctly.